pull downs versus pull ups. Which one is better? What are the differences?
One goes down, one goes up.
There you go. And
it's obvious.
And that's it. No.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing. It's the same movement, right?
Yeah.
Same movement technically, but with one of them is closed chain, one of them is open chain. In other words, one of them you're pulling a weight towards your body, the other one you're pulling your body. Let's start with the pull down. Let's start with the pull down. I'm going to do just a curl grip, and we've all seen this at the gym. I'm pulling my hands to my body versus pulling my body to my hands. Fundamentally, the same movement versus a pull-up. There, maybe Adam should do it. So, same movement, right? Same exact movement, but
one takes a lot more effort, let's be honest.
It does. You're having to balance and support your body. You can put a lot of weight on the pull-down bar so that the resistance is the same.
You could.
But they're still very different.
Very different.
And now as trainers, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody that I think would say that a pull down is better than a pull up.
Yeah.
But this has got to be one of those, it depends.
For sure. The first one as a trainer, what I would ask is, or look for is technique, because you could do a pull up really bad. I mean, CrossFit's showed us that already. So, you know, that a kipping pull-up versus a lat pull-down, I'm going to take a lat pull-down. I'm going to take a lat pull-down.
Oh, I see where you're going.
So if you have really poor technique and you can't pull your body weight up, I would regress you to either a regress type of pull-up where we would use like a Smith machine and lean back, or pull-up is far superior than a lat pull-down as far as overall strength, your entire body. Speaking, you have to do trunk stability here. There's none of that really when you're sitting down or any core.
I think from a functional standpoint, you're far more likely in real life to have to pull your body up versus pulling something down. I mean, if you're ever in a situation where you got to climb something, you're not grabbing the wall and pulling the wall down. I mean, if you are, holy cow, you're a superhero.
There's not a lot of people that you see actually take this movement all the way through full range of motion. You catch a lot of this.
Right.
And then, you know,
kicking their leg.
Yeah.
That's so, how you don't do it.
Yeah, you start pulling up like that versus coming over here and mechanically teaching the person how to retract the scapula and to press it and do it correctly.
How many clients I've had that can perform a good, you know, full range of motion pull-up. It's very rare. I end up doing more lat pull downs with clients if I'm trying to get that kind of, you know, movement, that from overhead down type movement versus pull-ups.
Point as far as like volume and number of reps and creating more of a pattern that you're trying to establish, I would say this has an argument for that, because you could like definitely bring the intensity of it a lot lower, versus it's hard to like duplicate a pull-up by scaling the intensity down, right? It starts to look really weird and doesn't really have the same properties at that point.
And the other thing you want to consider when
you're... excellent point. It turns into like I always started to say the Smith machine, but that almost becomes a row.
It becomes something else.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And you know, here's something else you want to consider, like moving weight or things around your body has value, but so does moving your body around things. And if you want more body awareness, that's where you get huge benefit. If you're strong enough to do a pull-up and you've got good form and you had to pick between pull-ups and pull-downs, hands down, pull-up's going to be your best bet.
And here's something too to note, is that it's okay if you can only do like 3 or 4 of these.
Yeah, thank you.
So many times people think, oh, I'm not going to do a pull-up because I can't do, I do 10 to 15 reps, right? They're in this 10 to 15 rep range because we've read somewhere that that's the best place to be for building muscle or whatever. So then they think, oh, I can't even do 5 pull-ups, so I'm not going to do pull-ups. That's okay. Do 3, you know. Do 3 pull-ups. You'll be surprised how fast this will go up. So I used to do, before I would start any of my back routines, I did this a couple of years back. I wanted to improve my pull-up. And so I would do 50 pull-ups before every back workout. And what I would do is I would break them up and I would get as many out as I could, then I would rest for a little bit. And then
just subtract from 50.
Yep. And the first time I did it, I think it took me like 20 minutes to accomplish it. Then it got to a point where I could knock that out in the first couple minutes before my workout. Now you don't have to go to that extreme 50 reps, but the point is that you just build on it. Just one at a time like that and go from 3 to 4 to 5. And
one of the best techniques I've ever used with clients for building pull-up strength is frequency, 100% frequency. Let's say your max pull-ups is 4. That's the absolute max you could do. What you do every single day, several times a day, is 1 pull-up. I walk by the bar, I'll do 1 pull-up, and then I leave. And maybe a couple hours later, I do the same thing. I never reach the level of intensity that I get when I'm doing a workout, but all I'm doing is I'm practicing my pull-up. And you'll see your strength explode in a very short period of time
Which in
by
itself
practicing.
is mind-blowing for people.
Yes.
Because the mentality is, well, if I can do 4, I should be doing 5.
Yeah, or I should do 4 every time or whatever.
4 every time to get to 5.
Right.
Yeah, versus just frequently practicing.
Just practice that one.
Movement. And you see this a lot with like powerlifting and Olympic lifts and things like that. They're not throwing a whole lot of weight around. They're just perfecting that movement.
Exactly.